How's it going, guys? My name is Marco. Welcome to this new video. In this video, after the first impression of the fragrance Date for Men by Fragrance One, the Jeremy fragrance brand, the first impression wasn't like the best one in the world, but now I have my full opinion about this fragrance and I want to make a full review after trying it for a while, trying it for a couple weeks in different situations, different environments, asking people what they think about it and so many other good things. So this is the impression and review of Date for Men by Jeremy fragrance. So basically what I think about this fragrance, as soon as it came here, when I sprayed it, like Jeremy hyped it for being a woody fragrance, for being masculine and for being like a clash of fruits and a clash of wood notes, masculine notes. So what I expected for me as a date fragrance, I expected it to be like smooth, cozy, woody, really nichey, kind of like Woody Span, Carolina Herrera, Sichman Privé, these kinds of cuddling fragrance. But when I smelled it, it was completely like the opposite of what I expected it to be. Like really a clash of fruits, a punch of mandarin and other fruits. And basically it's pretty hard to smell the woods, to smell the masculine notes. But after trying it and understanding the fragrance, I have to say that I changed a little bit my mind, because now I exactly know what Jeremy's opinion about date is. I noticed that we have a different kind of way to think about dates. For me, dating was like more cuddling, more being with your girlfriend and having like a smooth fragrance, sexy fragrance. But for him, this is not a cuddling fragrance. This is like a notice me fragrance. This is a first date fragrance. Something that when you go out for the first time with a girl, or maybe you are around with girls, you want to impress them and make them go closer, come closer to you. This is what it is. So it's a really a punch in your face, like notice me fragrance that really makes you think, okay, come to me. So I want to review it for the scent, the performance and the compliments. So I just made the unboxing, a first impression of these two fragrances. So if you want to check this out, it came out last week. So these were amazing fragrances. So let's go for the review for this one. Okay, it's still recording. So basically for the scent, this is a really bubblegummy, sweet fragrance. In the dry down it becomes a little bit more masculine, but pretty much it's really hard to feel and notice and smell the wood notes or the masculine notes that that is advertised with. But you know, it's a really nice and pleasing fragrance. I think it's made for the masses. Like you can really smell the mass appealing thing. So what happens is that even if I thought it would be like a really smooth and calm fragrance, this is like a punch in your face. Mandarin is what I feel, a lot of fruits and a bubblegummy vibes, like Ultra Male, like Invictus, like the 1 million, like these kinds of scents. And as I told you, as I already mentioned, this is more of a clubbing first date fragrance. This is more a notice me fragrance. You can leave like a trail behind you and people can notice you for that. This is not something like extra unique, something, it obviously is something that you already smelled before, but in a better way. Like you will think about, oh my god, I know this fragrance, but it's quite better than I remembered it. And when you smell it around in the air, lingering around in the air, it's so much better than smelling it from close to your hand. So this is a plus that I want to give it. So yeah, I think that for the scent, I completely changed my mind. It's not that I changed my mind, but I understood what it's meant to be. So I think that for a first date clubbing situation, this is really good. This is like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But you know, this is not a cuddling fragrance with your girlfriend. In my opinion, this is more like a catching attention to girls and make them feel attracted to you so that they come closer to you. Because this is not something really projecting, as I now want to tell you about. So what about the performance? As I already mentioned, the longevity is pretty good. Like it lasts a long time if you spray it on your clothes. It's not an eau de parfum, even if it says eau de parfum. It's an extrait or something like that. So the oil concentration inside is really high. So it smells, you can smell it for a long time. I think easily on clothes, even for one day or even more. The day next, you will smell it on your clothes again. But on your skin, it's pretty much 6 to 12 hours, depending on the weather, depending on the situation, in my opinion. By the way, the projection is something completely different, but I think it's meant to be like that. Like, it's not hard to smell it, but you will smell it on your trail. So people, when you walk behind you, they will smell you a lot, as people made me notice, girls made me notice. And when they are sitting close to you, they will smell you a lot. But for example, when you walk and they are close to you, or maybe in the club, it's harder for them to notice you. But I think it's meant to be like that. It's meant to be a almost close fragrance so that people can smell you and come closer to you. It's like an attractive thing. I think it's one arm away, maybe a little bit less, like this. Yeah, maybe one arm away, people can smell it pretty goodly. So yeah, this is about the performance. But what about the compliments? The performance, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's perfect for what it's meant to be. I think this is a perfect fragrance for the date, for the first date. For the first date, it's a 9, 10 out of 10. So what about the compliments? For the compliments, I mean, even if you don't like this fragrance, even if you already smelled it before, even if you say, okay, $200 is too much for it, maybe it's not that niche quality smelling, you should pay 150 or 100. It doesn't matter your opinion, because I had also other kinds of opinions about it, but in the end, I don't know why, I don't know how, it somehow works. Like, you spray it and people around you like you. It's crazy. Like, mostly with dates. I tried it with 3 or 4 date situations, and I also asked people, what do you think about it? And when I first asked, they would say, oh yeah, that's nice, really nice fragrance, how is it called? And I say, oh, it's too long to explain. But after a while talking, they would say, oh yeah, by the way, I can definitely smell you and it's really good. And they made me notice the fragrance a couple of times, 3, even 4 times during the night. And sometimes even if without asking, like in a normal date situation, they asked me, oh, what do you smell? What do you have as a fragrance? So, and also like walking up the stairs, they told me, oh my God, Marco, you smell so good. You leave a really nice trail. And another girl, I was like sitting in the bar paying on the cash, and that girl told me, oh my God, I can smell you from a distance, something like that. So it's pretty crazy. Like, a lot of people made me notice this fragrance. But if I ask people, what do you think about it like this? They say, yes, it's good, but it's something already smelled. It smells like Dior Sauvage, it smells like 1 Million Invictus. One guy in the disco, he was drunk, he told me, oh, you have Dior Sauvage like me. So for the people that doesn't know the brand, it smells pleasant. They don't know what it is, but it smells pleasant. So I think that for the compliments, for the date time, it's a 9 out of 10 as well. So Okay, it's still recording. So basically, it's really weird because I had to change my mind. As first impression, I didn't like it that much. It's not my kind of fragrance. I prefer more smooth fragrances, but it works. I have no idea why, but it works. Girls like it, men like it. If you spray it, people will notice you, people will be attracted to you, it will last long. For the first date, as I told you, is better than on a normal date. It catches people's attention. And now I know what is the concept of date for Jeremy. This is exactly what Jeremy means for date fragrances. So this is exactly what I think he asked for his perfumer to do. A date fragrance that has this and this fragrance best parts just in one. So this is it. I already made a podcast, if you want to check it out, about what do I think about the Fragrance One brand and how it should change in my opinion. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave the link in my podcast down below. And this is it. This is my opinion about the fragrance. For the date time, it's a perfect fragrance. Nothing else to say. I think you can also wear it during nighttime, sometimes in the club, in the bar, yes, of course. And this is basically the nighttime fragrance. Maybe for the club, it should be a little bit more loud and a little bit more projecting, but for the daytime, evening time, this is perfect. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. See you.